Sisiri. Wanapaka Christian Dior. Let me tell you, this is one of my favorite jams, by the way, that Juliani's ever done. It's one of the songs that just transitioned. It doesn't matter what faith you believe in, you just found his talent just that much. You have to watch the full performance. Juliani uliimba, uliomba, uliongea, ulifanya spoken word. Ikakuwa ni kama yani a whole introduction of who you were. Tell me about the performance, the planning. How long did it take before we saw what we watched?
I assume that people know what I'm capable of. So I'm surprised that people are excited about this. And I've been doing this for years.
Wait, so you were taken aback by their reaction?
So for real, I was surprised because that's what I do. Like last year, every time I do a show, that's what I've been doing all through. So I was surprised that people are, hey, Juliani. But nashukuru Mungu, si complain. But it took a lot for us to do that. Actually, the show was on Saturday. We had to push it to Sunday. We had issues with the permits. So it took Abdul Kadir's GOCS Wapi, Nairobi area, sang, and it took Philip Ndolo to make it happen, Jaguar, Nzio Kawaita, Charles Gasheru, who sent us money. We had fans who we raised over 500,000.
Yes.
So it was all funded and stuff. We had 6 to 6 who did the production. We had Alex Gig Dynamics. We had A-Star. So also what walijitolea to make sure that this gig Parrot Group walitupatia tu venue like that. So everything that happened was just God yani and come through for us. It wasn't just because it's Juliani or me or whatever. Just God had come through for us. So nashukuru Mungu sana.
Manze, it just seemed like a very heavy production on this other end. And it's so funny that you feel like, Manze, mi ufanyanga hivi every time. Mi sijui nimeshtuka sai, mi ukill. Ukiona Juliani on the bill, just know I am there to murder them.
Yangu.
Ati?
Ni kawaida yangu kill.
Oh, ni kawaida tu yako, so unashindwa I was saying by then nini wananiambia ati, oh, you know, this performance, but it was really, really good. And you know, you need to tell people why it is that you are asking, you know, guys to send in some money, and they did. So you can tell people. So why did you need funds?
Because we can't afford. We don't have sponsors. It was all fully funded by the people. Fighting Equality came through for us because they were helping me with the messaging so that the message could be in tune with what I wanted to achieve. But it was fully funded by the people, even the people who gave us the equipment and Kila Kitu, they just supported us. So that's what is a little bit special. I'm sure if we had a partner or sponsor, wangetaka tukuwe na mabana kila pahali.
Yeah.
So nashukuru Mungu sana it happened the way it happened.
Yeah, Manze, it was so nice because I saw your post on Twitter asking people, I mean, is it that you're new to me? Like, I don't understand, but it was a great performance. Kulikuwa na msee anaitwa Odago akasema Manze gengetoni ilitufunga macho na masikio, plus hiyo ndio ilikuwa live yangu ya kwanza by the kuwatch. Bless Paul akasema tumezoea wase wa playback sir, kitu ilituonyesha ni level tofauti sana. Ojumanjo says that hatujawahi kuona live kukiwa na curfew, person running, and it was just so good. And you know, everyone just kept on talking about your energy on stage. Now, I know you've always had that energy on stage, and there's always been that picture of you with the dreads, ukifanya hivi nitatoa hii nini yangu, so stay fanya sana. Do you have a ritual before you get on stage, Juliani? Kwa sababu hiyo energy inakanga ni wenda.
Do I have a what?
Like a ritual, like what do you do? I mean, do you pray? How do you get you know what? I can't. Yo nimende gani mepita Juliani? Juliani, I need to get 6 to 6 and Parrot Group and everyone else who handle the production to handle your life. That's what we need to do. The interview needs to be the same level of the performance.
No, the only ritual that I do is as long as I pray and I spend time kidogo with myself.
Yeah.
You have to remember that the band I've played with them for like 10 years. So they have been my band for like 10 years. And I grew up with them. I'm the one who introduced them to the industry when it comes to live. So they know me more. We even didn't practice. We did everything in a day.
That was just like really, but I mean, we could tell that, you know, there was a there was a lot of experience, you know, just with the band. I'm seeing a picture there behind you. Is that a picture? Is that like a portrait of Bob Colimo or what is? I'm seeing a bit of it. Simu ikishinda ikianguka anguka na shinda nikiona vitu zingine. Sasa hii nimeona. There you go. Sonie. All right. I was wondering.
And yeah, so he's my guy, man, and we miss him, yani, bye.
Yeah. Ni ulimpelekanga Dandora, si ndio?
Ati?
Ulimpelekanga Dandora, if I'm not wrong, si ndio? Au kumpelekanga tour?
We took him everywhere, and but also there for me for years, so he ended school.
All right. Unfortunately, I thought that your internet again was a bit unstable. May his soul rest in peace. It's about to be, by the way, you know, a year since his passing. Haijahang, uko sawa sasa Juliani. Uko sawa
Take a Wi-Fi.
I can't. Uko sawa. Usiangushe simu. I think at your screen may crack by at this point. Also, this is how you know that these interviews are done live and how this show is live every single Friday. But before we lose you again, Juliani, we have to talk about GQ magazine. It was a great look, even though Niliono Kisama, okay, there he is. He's disappeared. Oh my gosh. All right, he's back. So Juliani, GQ magazine, that was a great look. It was a big deal. Tell me about how that happened.
About?
GQ magazine, you being on the front. I mean, ilikuwa ni Photoshop, because watu walisema ni Photoshop. Tukaanza kuangalia hapo ilikuwa ni Photoshop, lakini nikasema Juliani anaweza post kitu fake kweli. Sijui. Nikasema takuuliza. Ati? Wasemaje? Come again, Juliani?
Hiyo ilikuwa ni fake.
Okay, sawa. Kwa sababu tulikuwa tumeulizana. Tukasema okay. But you know it's good. You have to speak it into existence, right? Ndo ikame in future.
Nah, you see, it's not one of my one thing I need to do. Mi niko tu sawa. I'm nashukuru Mungu place niko as long as I'm working in the community and I'm exercising everything that I have inside, you know, in a matter.
Yeah. And I like that, man. It's really big to see people who use their platforms, you know, for good like yourself. Nitakubaya data, nitakubaya labda pia simu ingine at this point kwa sababu sijui kama imevunjika. But thank you so much, Juliani, for stopping by and talking to us. Kuna wase wengi manze wako home, wanna feel stuck, wanna feel solo, wanna feel alone, wanna feel hopeless. What do you tell your fan base watching right now?
By then si ati niko na sina shida ya data, ni venye tu niko sijaweka, so msienjoy tafadhali. But I feel like I think people look down on themselves sana and forgetting who they are. And I think God has a way of the simple fact that God alipatiana his only begotten son just for you means you're a little bit more special than you think. So I think whatever in how individuals and people, how the world needs them, they need them alive. The world needs you alive. They need your presence. They need your thinking. They need your personality. And I think if people understand that, then they can literally look at life differently. And then personally, that's how I look at life. So I feel like I'm personally, I feel like I'm God's gift to the world. And I think everybody should think of themselves like that.
I like that, Manze. I really, really do. Well, hopefully we'll get you again on the show, Juliani. Before we lose you again. But thank you so much for stopping by, Manze. Thank you so much for picking our call, Juliani. Make sure that you check out the full performance. And yes, it is true. That's how he has been performing for all of these years. Oh, this is one of my favorite Sauti Soul songs, by the way. Whether you remix it, whether you play it on whichever instrumental DJE, it still remains one of my favorites. That one and Isabella. Oh. Yep. Oh, Isabella. Oh my God. It was just, there was something about that song.
It's
my
a classic.
days.
It's a classic.
It really, really, really is. man. You've got to just love Sauti Soul. All right, so now hashtag Amina, hey Amina at the Trend Live. I know it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but we did warn you. We did warn you the show is going to take quite some time tonight. And it could not end before I caught up with a very good friend of mine who's now stuck in Italy, the one and only Jack Rooster. Hey, Jack.
Hello.
What's happening?
Good, good. Actually, first of all, I just want to say, hai una aspetta incredibile. You look amazing.
Oh, so umekuwa long enough since mpaka unajua lingo. I get it.
Maze, I've been here for so long. I had to pick up a few skills.
I know. Wait, so do you know how to make, like, what can you make now? Can you make some risotto? Like, which pastas are you now?
You know, we got some pasta over here. I can hook you up with that. I don't know if you can see that.
I can see it. It's like, it's blurring, but like we can catch, oh, there we go. We can catch like glimpses of it. So
yeah.
I see, so you've been getting a lot of cooking down. But wait, so where are you staying? Like, are you at a hotel? Are you at someone's house? Are you with relatives? Like, what's happening?
Okay, so when I came first, I stayed at a hotel for like 1 week. Then I found an Airbnb because, of course, a hotel is very expensive. And then I got a place. So you remember when I came to the Trend in July?
Yes.
I was promoting the album and I told you that I was coming to Europe to do the tour. So I did that until December. Then I came back to Nairobi, did some shows in Kilifi and in Nairobi as well, and South Coast. And then I came back for the second leg of the tour. So the second leg was supposed to be Spain, Denmark, and more shows here in Italy. But, you know, kulienda vile kulienda, so we are now kind of stuck doing other things. So we had to pivot and figure out how to generate revenue in other ways.
Unbelievable. Okay, so now, in case you just started watching the interview, now Jack Rooster, who is a celebrated DJ here in Kenya, on tour, you know, just going on with that album, goes to Italy, and he's been there for how long now? So you were stuck, was it, I mean, so it's been, which month did you go? What exact date have you, did you go to Italy?
Okay, so I have the first leg of the tour, which was supposed to cover the Netherlands and here in Italy. I left in August, so I did August until December.
Yeah.
Then December nikarudi home. I did shows back home, spent time with the family. Alafu nikarudi in January.
Oh, in January.
I was supposed to come back to Nairobi in April. Like in April, you know, the whole quarantine thing happened, the lockdown happened. So it took more. We just chill until this thing blows over.
Okay, so Jack, when you keep referring to we, who is this we? And I mean, you know, just based on how you're speaking, you went there, you know, on your own. You were the one footing your own bill. You were not invited there with, say, a promoter.
Yeah, so me is me and my soul.
Oh, okay. I like how you kept saying, so we are staying here and we are doing. It's nice, though. You have to refer to yourself like that because you're alone now. How is it?
Yeah,
I mean, how does it feel?
I, you know, like, nimezoea hata kujiongelesha in this house, man. It's crazy.
You're like, Jack, niaje, Rooster, poa. You're just like, you just
hey,
try.
Hey, wacha bana. Hey, usifanye hivyo. Zizi. Wait. It's like Fleco.
I mean,
you know the way Fleco has like 3 personalities?
Good God. It's, yeah, you see, it's coming now into play. It's helping, right? You're like, oh, people made fun of me with all these personalities that I had. Now it's coming in handy. But I know we're joking about it, but it cannot be easy. You have a young family back at home, being stuck there over the, over these number of weeks. What kind of toll has it taken on you mentally?
No, I mean, it's been challenging being away from my family, from my friends, from the life that I was used to. But itabidi tuzoe. So what I usually try to do is do a lot of meditation. I do a lot of fitness. I run a lot just to keep a sane mental attitude. And I keep busy. So I took up an online course. I'm now doing my master's in cybersecurity. I'm working hard, so I do a lot of a 9 to 5 here that keeps me busy and generates revenue. And yeah, just keeping a positive mental attitude and being grateful for the things that I have is definitely one of the ways. So thanks to technology, I'm still able to connect with my family every day. We have time together. We have dinner together. We spend time. So it's not been as bad as it would have been if we didn't have technology.
Yeah, that is very true. We have to give thanks to the internet, because it's just really helped with communication,
Exactly.
with you not feeling alone. Musically, have you also been writing, more songs? I know you had your album out and that's why
Yes.
you're there, but you also did speak of having another album out as well. Are you working on that?
Yeah, I am. So after the debut album Nyoba, which is available on all digital stores, by the way, that's Nyoba, which means house in Kikuyu. I came here and I met a lot of great artists. So we've been collaborating on some new work. I've done a lot of remix projects for people. As you know, I do African house music. So a lot of people want to get that African vibe. So I've been collaborating with a lot of them here in Rome and also in other parts of Europe. So it's been a very busy time for me, and also working on new material that hopefully will release on the next project that is coming up in the next couple of months.
So let's talk about Rome. Paint the picture for us. Are you still? I don't suppose now you're on a complete lockdown, but just tell us what it is that's happening so far. What are the how restricted your movements really are, and how your days usually are. Like when you wake up in the morning, what are you doing before
Yeah.
you get back to bed at night?
Okay. So as you know, Italy was one of the first places to have like a complete lockdown. So
Yeah.
we were locked down. The Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte kind of decreed in March 8th that nobody should be leaving the house. So we did that until this past Monday, which is May 18th, when now people have been allowed to move around. You can now take walks out there, run, go back to work if you're doing some crucial business or crucial activities. Restaurants have now been opened up. Bars are now open up, but there are also restrictions on how those activities will be carried out. So social distancing, watu hawawezi keti pamoja unless they're a group. So we are slowly seeing that things are now going back into a normal mode, and we are also observing to see if the numbers will increase again.
Yeah.
So life generally, nikiamka asubuhi, I try and wake up as early as possible, have a routine. It's very important to have a routine. So I wake up early, I do my studies, I get into my work mode. Sometimes I even walk out of the gate, narudi ndani, nasema sasa tumeingia ofisini, just to have that mindset. And then just make sure that you're always in touch with your people, check up on your family, have a good time, do some physical activities, do a lot of meditation and maybe yoga if that's your thing, because you need to take care of your spiritual self and your mental self as well. The thing is, like here in Italy, even the churches were closed down, so you couldn't even go for mass or go and commune with other people. So now you really have to connect with your inner self and with your inner God for you to now have that spiritual nourishment.
Yeah.
So generally, it's like that for the past 2 months. It forced us to really think about a lot of things, to internalize, what we are doing here. Do the things that we really focus on every day, are they really as important as they are? So it's actually been a very good time for us to reevaluate and reprioritize. The things that we really held as really high priority activities are probably not as high priority as we thought they were. And, just kind of figure out a roadmap for things moving forward. So to Kirudi now after COVID, what's going to happen? What's going to change? How are you going to live your life differently, and how are you going to conduct yourself moving forward?
Yeah, I feel like you were sort of like prepared, for this in a way. This is what I'll say. You're a very reflective person. So, this sort of like, just being one with one's self isn't something that's so foreign to you, because you are a yogi and, you do enjoy having moments to yourself. Do you feel like that sort of like got you ready? Because it's very intense, not only to be going through this pandemic globally, but to be not in another country, but you're like miles away across seas. It's a whole other continent. Do you feel like that has helped you understanding how you can be with yourself and find that sort of like inner peace?
I mean, I look, we're all in a process of growth. I can't really say that ati nimefika point flani, but I can definitely say that the training and kind of like the little introduction I got to the practices of just self-reflection and introspection have really helped me to be sustained by myself. The fact that I don't get to meet people as much as I used to. In this idea, the fact that now I can just sit by myself and have my own roadmap and execute it is very, very helpful. So it's important for you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and not really rely on external things or external entities to move forward in life. So I think definitely, you have a point. It's important for you to be able to kind of have an internal anchor of sorts that keeps you centered, you know.
Completely, man. It's so important. And you know, you put it really, really well. It has now forced us to reprioritize, to re-strategize, and to really rethink what we value as important in our lives. Because was it really that important? I mean, you know, you liked going to the club, but is it really that important? I know you liked 1, 2, 3, and I really like that. Have you been in contact with the embassy or other Kenyans for that matter?
Yeah, so the embassy has been very communicative. They actually created a WhatsApp group for a bunch of us, and we are able to communicate back and forth. Their website has always been updated with the latest stuff. I mean, that being said, you know, flights here were not going out until Monday. So there was no option of you going back or being repatriated or anything like that. And it's not like people are really suffering that much, and there's a support system here. So if anybody's in need, tunasaidiana, you know. So there's kind of like a sense of community. I think one of the key things that COVID has taught us is, and it taught Italians in general, because Italians tend to be very closed to external parties, and some would even call them, you know, averse to other races, especially those from the African continent. I think it's kind of like leveled the playing field for everyone, and people now feel like we are all humans. So even now, walking out after 2 months of being indoors, you find people a bit more receptive to you in a state where before coming in, you'd find people actually, you know, like, hey, this is someone that I probably don't want to be close to. But now people are now a bit more open. It's kind of, I hope it will continue this way, because it's kind of like maybe just a few days in, but we find that it's kind of shifting the mindset of most of the people here who had a very different outlook on external parties and people from outside the country. So I think I don't know if I've answered your question.
You have. You actually have answered my question. No, it's true. You know, sometimes when you're really trying to get the word in, you're like, am I clear? Because I'm trying to go deeper and deeper in this explanation, and I hope it makes a lot of sense to you. Is there any talk of when you will come home, by the way?
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, as soon as this is done and the Kenyan quarantine matters have been resolved, because I don't want to come there and spend another 21 days of my leave days being inside a quarantine. So I'd rather wait until that happens and everything is back to normal, and probably even get my family to come here and join me.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be really, really nice. And, you know, you talk about leave because you're still working with your radio station, which is, you know, it's very nice that they understood your situation, of course. Given what is happening surely in the world. Decimators, I know you're signed to Decimal Records. They had a performance tonight. Did you join them virtually or no?
No, I joined them virtually. So I followed the show, of course. Some of the works that we worked on together, of course, were performed. It was a great show. Imeisha Sai, by the way, I was following it very closely.
Okay, all right. And I know today is a very, very, very special day. A very special day. DJ E, get on the decks because I'm about to request a song. Will I Am and some guy called Cody or something. I think that's the name of the jam. Because even though you're not in Nairobi, it's still a jam and it's still a party. Happy birthday, Jack Rooster. It's your birthday today. And I know that you would have loved to enjoy this here in Nairobi with the fam bam, but you're going to enjoy it virtually. Happy birthday, hey, happy birthday, hey. Okay, are you ready to dance? Because it's your birthday. Okay, Jack, let's go. Let's go. Hey, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. I must spend your money. Hey, it's your birthday. I must spend my money. Are you toasting? Hey, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Hey, hey, hey. I'ma turn up. We can take it higher. Oh, Jack Rooster, happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. I hope you feel celebrated.
Oh, lovely.
Do you? Amidst everything, happy birthday. What are you most grateful for right now amidst all the chaos that is going on?
No, I'm grateful for love, for life, for family, for friends, for everybody who supported my musical journey, for the people that have been in my history from primary school. Big shouts to Lavi 96, to high school. Big shouts to Strat Class 2K, to my mentors, my bosses. Big shouts to John Rabah, who believed in me when nobody would, who happens to be a husband as well. So very lucky guy. And yeah, just everyone who's been
Jack,
on this journey with
people
me.
didn't hear you. I feel like pull up and
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Man, let me tell you, but you know, Jack, I wish you all the very best. It cannot be easy. I know you're an extremely positive, you know, half is constantly half full kind of guy, and this really did test you and push you to the limit, and the fact that you're still, you know, having this very positive attitude just speaks a lot to your character. Thank you so much for taking time and talking with us tonight. I cannot wait to, you know, just hug you one day when we get to that place where now I can see you here, and what'll come you.
What I do.
We
do
should
virtual
virtually
hug.
have. We can virtually.
Like,
all right, there we go.
hug.
That's how we're ending the show. Thank you so much, Jack. Thank you so much, Jack Rooster, man, all the way from Rome. Bye, Jack, man, all the way from Rome. It's been a great show from King Kaka. You know, having Juliani in the show, talking to Tokodi, who was awkward the whole show, but it is life. What can we do? And now we got to end the show. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Amina Abdurrabah. We do